Hey, what's up, fighters? Fireman1995 here, and welcome to my top 10 scariest portrait ghosts. Here on this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 10 scariest portrait ghosts from Luigi Mansion, the original. So, couple rules that we're going to be going over is Bulasis and King Boo will not be in the top 10 scariest portrait ghosts because, well, as we should know, King Boo and Bulasis are the scariest of them all. Some of you might not agree with me, but I'm pretty sure a majority of you do. So, before I start, there was something I'd like to point out. So, yeah, so last time I did Luigi Mansion Top 10, this was to common ghosts. So, if you haven't seen my top 10 favorite common ghosts, be sure to check that out. So, my other rules that I forgot to say is that this top 10 is going to be much different from the other top 10s I did. But, just for anybody's question about my top 10 favorite ghosts, I'm just going to point them out right now, but not in order. Those are Chauncey, Shivers, Melody, Pianissima, Biff Atlas, Nana, Slim Bankshot, Henry and Orville, Madame Clairvoyant, Sir Weston, and Vincent van Gore. That is pretty much my top 10 for the favorite ghost. But now, for the main gimmick, which is scariest. So, who will be the scariest portrait ghost? We will never know until we get to the very end, so hope you stay with me here. So, before we begin, if y'all could do me a huge favor and drop a like on this video, I would really appreciate. So anyway, without further ado, enjoy my countdown. Shivers, the Wandering Butler. This guy is on the number 10 of the top 10 scary ghost list. So, Shivers, he is the first character that requires element, which is fire, for example. So anyway, the reason why I put Shivers in the number 10 is because, well, remember that floating thing that you see on the upper hall on the first floor, with him holding the candelabra? Well, I kind of find that to be a little scary, but at the same time, just creepy. I don't know where I'm going here. So, anyway, before trying to get Shivers, if you scan his heart, you will see that Shivers awkwardly has a crush on Melody Pianissima, if I'm correct. So, if you scan his heart, he's talking about Melody. But the thing is, between him and Melody, Shivers is way older than Melody, which I do kind of find that messed up in my opinion. So, basically what happened was, Shivers trying to impress Melody with love, but Melody does not respond back. And that, to me, is just understandable, considering that he's 72 years old, and he's the second oldest ghost out of them all. So, basically what you do is, you lit his candelabra on fire, which caused him to panic and do that annoying noise like, all the way to the butler's room. So yeah, if you can't tell when he's doing that annoying noise, you'll see that he's afraid of fire. When he says, "Fire, fire, run away!" That was a bad voice for Shivers. I'm sorry. I wasn't really trying in that. So, anyway, do that and follow him to the butler's room so you can wait for him to sit down in his candelabra and burn himself with that labyrinth, and that, to me, my friend, is like the funniest thing of them all. Which is pretty much why he made it to my top 10 favorite, even though we're not talking about that subject. So, he also has a funny face as well. I just want to point that out. Besides his annoying voice and all that. But I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really know what else to say. So pretty much, yeah. Shivers number 10. Let's see who number 9 is. Vincent van Gore, the starving artist, it makes it to number 9 on the list because Vincent van Gore actually does play an important role on Luigi Mansion, besides King Boo and Luigi. And not only is King Boo is the antagonist, but Vincent van Gore seems to also be responsible for the antagonist. How do I know this? Well, remember when he sends out the common ghost? Well, that's pretty much the reason throughout the whole game. Common ghosts like Gold Ghost, Grabbing Ghost, Purple Puncher, etc., etc. This is what makes him a great antagonist. So, before getting to the artist studio, he is mentioned by EGAT after you catch one of the boos, which I kind of find that to be a bit of a spoiler in my opinion, if it's the first time playing the game in that. So, yeah. So, normally what I would have done if I was doing Luigi's Mansion, I'm not saying they're 100% wrong, but I believe he should have told us this when we defeated Sir Weston at the cold storage room. So yeah, that's pretty much my reason. So, when you face Van Gore, you will be first fighting waves of go of 3 or 5 go, which is a PAL version. 3 is original, 5 is PAL, or Hidden Mansion, for example. So, do all of this progress, and then you can have access to suck up Vincent van Gore, leading you to the key to King Boo, or the secret altar, for example. So, yeah. So, I know I'm not doing an LP of this, but I'm just giving, like, explanation of that. Well, yeah. So, Vincent van Gore, he's number 9. Now we'll see who is number 8. Speaking of Sir Weston, this guy has made it on my number 8 of the top 10 scariest ghost list. So, Sir Weston, he's a chili climber who is oddly frozen on ice in the cold storage room. And yet there's no water that made him freeze like this. And I find that to be a bit awkward in this situation, yet scary. Sir Weston is another one of the portrait ghosts that requires an element, which is obviously fire, since he's frozen on ice. Pretty much like doing the fire element on Shivers. So, yeah. So, not only is it scary for him to be frozen on ice or awkward, but the face that he has, he kind of does give a creepy smile on his face, considering that it like symbolizes how cold he gets. But this is also one of the ghosts that pretty much attacks you, besides Vincent van Gore with his common ghost. But except Sir Weston's attacking you himself. So, mainly what you want to do is, you want to dodge Sir Weston's icicle attack from the ground, and dodge icicle from the ceiling, and take down the ice with your fire elements. And Sir Weston is obviously one of my favorites besides Vincent van Gore and Shivers. So, yeah. So, number 8 is Sir Weston. So, let's see who gets number 7 this time. Shall we? Number 7 is Nana, the scarf knitting granny. Now, it seems rather odd to put Nana on number 7 in my opinion, but she somehow got to number 7 because, in my opinion, being attacked by a granny can somehow be pretty scary. But I know she's really not all that stressful, but yeah, so what you do against Nana is you pretty much have to use 3 yarn balls and shoot Nana 3 times with all 3 of them. If you fail this tactic, she disappears and you gotta repeat the process again. And also, watch out for Nana's eye attack, because really, it hurts. But interesting fact for Nana is this girl actually did play a trick on Miss Petunia if you read one of her books in that, who is next door to where Nana is on the 2nd floor, I believe it was. And Nana can be found in her own room. Well, simple enough at that. So I don't have very much to say about Nana, besides her 1 tooth on the bottom. Yeesh. Number 6 is Melody Pianissima, the beautiful pianist. Now this girl, this is actually one of my top 5 favorite portrait ghosts. The other being Miss Atlas, Vincent van Gore, Sir Weston, and Shivers. So, enough of top 5. So, Melody Pianissima. This is a piano player that oddly loves video games, which pretty much is very good explanation considering that what you have to do over at the conservatory, that's where she is, by the way, is you have to bang on every musical instrument that is out there besides the piano. So, do this tactic, and then Melody will give you a quiz, and it will be either A, she'll be playing the athletic theme, or B, she'll be playing the underwater theme. Now, interesting enough, if you do get the answer wrong, she bangs the piano and tells Luigi that he insulted her music, which is pretty mean if you ask me. But that's not the real reason. But if you get it right, in other words, then she attacks you with the music sheet, in which in this case you have to take down all her music sheet before taking her on. Now, remember how I said that Shivers has a crush on Melody? Well, she is 26 years old, compared to Shivers being 72. So, yeah. So, anyway, this girl, in my opinion, actually has the best frames, in my opinion. If you were to get all gold, silver, and bronze, which I know it's not possible, but yeah, since you can only get one of these, which is pretty much explanatory. And yeah, from a bunch of her music, it pretty much does fit the reason why she says that, well, not she said, but the bio said that she loves video games and that. And that Melody Pianissima, She sounds like my kind of girl, you know? Clever. Very clever. Melody. The Clockwork Soldier. The 3 toy soldiers that you can find in the Clockwork Room, of course. Down in Area 4. So, Clockwork Soldier. They are number 5. Why is it? Well, toy soldier walking by themselves? That's actually pretty scary. Scooby-Doo much? So, anyway, a possessed toy just walking around. Yeah, creepy. I sure wouldn't want to be in that situation. Would you want to be? Probably not. So anyway, so you're probably asking me, who dropped the pearls out of all the 3 soldiers? Well, the answer is the blue soldier, the one in the very middle of the picture. So yeah, so to activate them, you gotta activate all 3 clockwork, left, right, and the center to activate them. Then you want to take down the wind-up soldiers with their little winder on their back, or whatever they're called, and then suck them up one by one. So if you want to try to get a gold rank, you must try and take down the pink and the green soldier first before taking down the blue. And to be honest, I love how the pink soldier, when you scan his heart, he says, "Stop looking at me." That's kind of pretty funny in my opinion. But Clockwork Soldiers are also one of the toughest ghosts to deal with that are non-boss, pretty much. But that's just my opinion, because dodging their cork gun seems to be very difficult to dodge. Unless you're very good at dodging them, then yeah. So, Clockwork Soldier, I don't have much to say to them or anything, but they make it to number 5. So, let's see who's next. Soupy, the Doothing Girl. This is a girl that I find to be one of the strangest ghosts in the game, which is why it's on the top 5, and there would be a reason why it would be the scariest. So, you enter the guest room that's pretty much inverted and upside down, and she is pretty much sleeping. Now, that is actually a scary thought of an upside down room. Well, that's pretty much the point of this ghost. So, this is another one of the elemental ghosts that you have to use. Except this time you have to use water to wake up Soupy. You have to do this 3 times. And then the 3rd time, the doll hanging upside down will attack you while you're dealing with Soupy. So, that's pretty much it. And she obviously wants you to go away, as she says on the dialogue, too. So, why wouldn't it make her scary or anything? If that girl is not in the top 5 of the scariest ghosts, there's something wrong with this picture. Just saying. Just wrong. There wouldn't be a reason. So, either way, a 7-year-old girl, I think it was, that's literally it. Let's see who's number 3. You guys all knew this was coming. Number 3 is Chauncey the Spoiled Baby. 1-year-old, and the boss of Area 1. Now, this is, I believe, should be every children's nightmare. Fighting a baby. Is that not scary? Don't lie to me, young viewers, or even older viewer out there. Don't say that Chauncey is not scary. If you say something that you believe is not scary, something just messed with your head. So, Chauncey, he is the Area 1 boss ghost that you find after you capture Lydia in a master room. Chauncey can be found in the nursery. What do you need to do? Well, what you actually need to do is rock the horse to wake him up. And then he'll start attacking with these dolls and that. Pretty much like Suki. Until you shoot him with a ball. Then the real fight begins. And then his strategy is much different. So, yeah. So, anyway. Chauncey's attack. They are basically rocking horse and bouncy balls, pretty much. The one in the PAL version of Chauncey is very trickier because the difference between the regular and the PAL version is that rocking horse goes straight, right? Well, the next one has bigger rocking horse and forms a wave-like motion, which he can be very hard to dodge attacks. Probably hard to get a gold rank as well. So pretty much my reason for that is because that demon-looking kid from that silver frame, when he's going, ow, 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 that is just scary as heck. Also, he bounces around faster in the PAL version, if any guys wonder that. So, yeah. There shouldn't be a reason why it should be in the top 5. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. Uncle Grimmy is considered to be one of the scariest ghosts of the adults. Why is this? Because, well, it may seem like he's not very scary, he should be under Chauncey. But, if you look back, after defeating Blue Losses in Area 3, and you're trying to go to that door, after you get the diamond key, I believe, if I'm correct. So, after that, the key to the door of the diamond door is open, there's a blackout, which means there's like waves of ghosts, and Uncle Grimly, he locked up the breaker room, making it a lot more harder for us to find. He is found in the wardrobe room, but he won't be found the first time you see him, but you will be seeing him a second time whenever this is a blackout. Pretty well said. Uncle Grimly is pretty much one of the ghosts who loves to be alone and somehow likes to look in the mirror. And in my opinion about his girlfriend, that's pretty cool how he transformed into from the vortex, which could be the reason why he called Hermit of the Darkness, and for the fact that there's a blackout during the game of Luigi's Mansion. So that's why I believe Uncle Grimly is number 2. But who is number 1, you may ask? Well, let's just find out. But before doing so, let's recap. Number 10, Shivers. Number 9, Vincent van Gore. Number 8, Sir Weston. Number 7, Nana. Number 6, Melody Pianissima. Number 5, The Clockwork Soldiers. Number 4, Sue P. Number 3, Chauncey. Number 2, Uncle Grimly. Bogmire, the Cemetery Shadow. Bogmire give me the creeps. Without a doubt, this guy is the creepiest of them all. Now it may seem like he's a common ghost, but he's really not. Because the big news for Bogmire is he is the second area boss ghost after Chauncey. So, what is it that makes Bogmire to be the scariest? Well, from the boss fight, after you taking down all 3 Mr. Bone, or 5 in the PAL version, I don't know how many there were there on the PAL, but yeah. So after taking them down, Bogmires appear, in which Luigi gets easily scared, like for Chauncey, Bulasas, and King Boo. So anyway, this fight is pretty much the scariest, considering that Bogmire has the ability to cast his own shadows at you, big or small. So, the strategy for his fight is you have to use his black Bogmire that he summoned from the shadows and launch it at him, and do this a few times, and before he escapes the vacuum, pretty much. So, my question to you guys is, if you thought Bogmire showing a shadow of yours that's not even facing you, how would you react? I know I kind of said that backward or whatever, but I don't know if I did, but yeah. Would you freak out if there was a shadow that kind of not you in such peculiar way? I don't know the correct term. I wouldn't. But I would be pretty afraid to look back. So, considering how creepy his character is, Bogmire received number 1. Even though this is a human portrait ghost, I still consider him to be the scariest. So, yeah. But before I end this off, I got a special message for you. Happy Halloween! Yeah, I did put in some of the work for this artwork design for, like, this Happy Halloween thing with all those ghosts and common ghosts and, like, undead and that. So, I just thought I would bring out this message to you guys, so you could probably appreciate it. But anyway, so yeah. So that pretty much does it for this episode of my top 10 list and giving my opinion about the top 10 scariest portrait ghosts. So, if you guys have a top 10 scariest portrait ghosts that you like to share, comment down below and I will be sure to read them. And readings are optional, just letting you guys know that. So, yeah. So, once again, thank you guys all so much for watching. And remember, if you have enjoyed this episode of the top 10, don't forget to drop a like. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys then. So once again, I am Fightman1995. See you all, have a good day. Game on, my friends, and take care. Goodbye, and happy Halloween.